front of you. As we typically do each year, what this budget amendment does is it reconciles where we are currently with the budget to what was originally proposed back in the spring and then ultimately approved through the budget process. Of course, we've had lots of changes occur between spring and now. We've had a few reorganizations and some other things develop. So if you would just turn to the first page first. I always try to include a summary of the large significant changes, and I'm happy to walk through these with you, of course. The big thing with this budget amendment is accounting for the mid-year 3% cost of living adjustment. That was not something that was included in the budget, and so we need to amend that into the budget. And so you can see we've got two different lines for that. Since we separate our budget out now between student-based budgeting accounts and then the non-student-based budget accounts. And so we've got two lines for the mid-year 3% cost of living adjustment. Both of those will add up to $7,578,000, which you see down at the bottom of that summary page with the asterisk. And you can also see it indicates that we would be using fund balance to fund the mid-year 3% cost of living adjustment. So that $7,578,000 is the amount that we estimate the cost of that mid-year 3% raise, and also the amount that we would use from our fund balance. We also have a couple of other things included in here. One is the just recently approved increase that the Metro Council approved for the Metro water rates. And so we have, which are effective January 1. And so the Metro water rate increase, as estimated by Metro Water for us, equates to just under $1 million in increased costs just for January 1 to June 30th for that 6-month period. So we've got that $966,000 included in here for that rate increase that will be effective January 1. Our understanding is there will be another rate increase. There's a plan, another rate increase next January 1 of 2021, which will be about a 4% raise, 4% increase, and then future increases as well. So we apparently will continue to be seeing these rate increases from Metro Water. We also have included here the reduction as estimated in the charter projected enrollment. We had an increase in the per pupil amount, but a decrease in the overall charter enrollment as it relates to the enrollment projections. The majority of that, of course, is the Knowledge Academies. And so we are taking that into consideration, the reduction in the transfer amount to our charters based upon the 40-day enrollment compared to what was originally projected. We also have included on here 4 new positions in our Safety and Security Office. We had to add 4 security officer positions to our alternative learning centers when the Metro Police Department pulled the school resource officers from the Bass Alternative Learning Center and the Johnson Alternative Learning Center. We had to replace those with our own security officer positions. And so you can see those additional 4 positions that we are adding. And then lastly, what we do with our budget amendment is, since we put the budget together in basically late winter and early spring, of course, we don't know what individual budget decisions that individual schools will make through their student-based budgeting process. And so, again, this is to reconcile the budget to align with the student-based budgeting choices that individual principals and schools have made. And so that just moves the student-based budgeting funding from where it was originally budgeted to where it needs to be budgeted based upon individual school budget decisions. So in essence, that is what we have before you, the highlights of the proposed budget amendment. We also include the next page, just an update as it relates to our charter transfer, since that is a part of the amendment, and we do have a separate document in our budget documents, document number 8. You can see the current estimated per pupil transfer rate is $10,722. If you remember, state law dictates that we transfer the total state and local revenue per student amount to our charter schools. And so this is our best estimate at this point, working with Tennessee Department of Education. They actually run the calculation of that per pupil amount. As I mentioned, we did have a reduction in the estimated charter students based upon our 40-day count, and so that's taken into consideration, and you can see that reduction of just under $1.5 million over on the far right column. Then the next page, and beginning the next page, is our 26-page detailed line item document, budget document. Again, basically every single salary and benefit line will be affected because of that mid-year 3% cost of living adjustment. And so those are all going to be reflected. We try to include some explanation in the remarks column, column I, so that if there are changes or significant changes that are being made in the document, you can hopefully see what that explanation is from what we're including in the remarks column. But columns E and F represent the changes in positions and dollars as it relates to the budget amendment that's being proposed. And so with that, Ms. Walker, I'll see if there are any questions, or if I went too fast, please slow me down, and I'll be happy to try to answer them.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Henson?
I do. Let's go back to page 1 for our safety and security resource officers. How much are we paying them? That's $242,000 for 4.
And that would include all benefits, and so that's a total position cost. So that would be somewhere around $60,000 total benefit costs. I think around a little over $40,000 is the salary amount, and then you've got all the insurance and benefit pension costs with that. And so that would be the total position cost.
Are these armed officers or just?
These are not.
They're not.
These are school security officers, and none of our security officers are armed. Of course, school resource officers are, because they are actually
Right.
Police
Okay.
employees.
I was questioning that 60,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
I can
I
see
want to
that.
go. I want to go work. Yeah. Yeah. That was a pretty good salary. Okay.
Yeah, that's not just the salary.
Gotcha.
Anybody else have questions for Mr. Henson?
For the increase, and usually like in section or column 6 on each of the line items, so that would be the additional, I'm sorry, I'm going off of page 1, and it repeats through each of the sections. For the line 6, the FICA Medicare pension insurance, so at the 3% increase, that includes the additional pension benefit contribution.
As well as the Social Security Medicare tax, the 7.65% of payroll, that's also included in Object Code 6.
Okay.
So it's FICA, which is the Social Security Medicare, and then the pension is also related to pay, to salary amount. And that's all lumped together in that Object Code 6.
Bugs?
The 3% COLA, since that's no longer coming from our MDHA adjustment or our TIF adjustment, that's going to be coming from our savings account?
The proposal, as outlined by Metro Finance, is to come from our undesignated fund balance, which some people do call our savings account, but it's our undesignated fund balance is where that $7,578,000 amount would come from, assuming all things being the same at the end of the year, revenues coming in exactly as projected and expenditures coming in exactly as estimated.
What would that leave our savings account percentage at? I know we've dipped below what the state asks us to do at 5% and the council wants us to do.
Well, the state actually, the recommended fund balance that Tennessee Department of Education sets is 3%, but that's a recommendation. It's not necessarily a requirement. And then the council has a set goal of a 5% fund balance for all funds. At the end of 2019, our undesignated fund balance was about $37.2 million. Then our portion of that MDHA that we thought we were getting all of it, but we're only getting a portion of it, is around $2.5 million. And so at the end of June 2019, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $39.7 million. And so that would be the undesignated portion that $7,578,000 would come out of.
What is that percentage? What does that leave us at?
Quick math here. I'm going to give you some exact numbers so that you have them.
Sorry. Put those on page. Whatever you want.
It would leave on, if everything were to go as exactly as planned, both on the revenue side and the expenditure side, we would end up with right at 3.5%.
Okay. Thank you.
3.517.
Any other questions? Okay, so then the next step is for us to have a motion to approve the budget amendment.
Motion to approve 2019-2020 operating budget amendment.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay. That's unanimous, yes?
Great, thank you. And of course, as you saw, this is included on the consent agenda for your meeting at 5 o'clock, since it would be a committee recommendation. But happy to answer any other questions that you might have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have a little, what do we want to do about the next committee?
Well, I guess Tammy's coming for that. I'm not, I mean, isn't she?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not, wait, who is doing the directors? Is it just Anna doing it? Okay.
will we know that?
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.
You ain't missing much. I'm sorry.
I'm on the same page.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information about this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.